Hi, I'm Keri, and today we're going to do a 30-minute chair aerobics or chair strengthening conditioning class. If you have dumbbells, that's fantastic. If you don't, however, you can use a detergent bottle or a bleach bottle, but something with a little bit of weight to it. If you have any kind of injuries and you don't want to be carrying around that much weight, even a soup can would work out really well just to add a little bit of resistance to your workout today. Finding a chair or comfortable seat, preferably without arms. We're going to start standing today, okay? Standing. So we'll warm up the upper body, the lower body, and then we'll come into the chair and we'll do a little bit more strengthening using those dumbbells or those jugs or whatever it is that you have available to you today. All right, let's get started. Let's go ahead and stand behind the chair, okay? You can also stand aside if that's better. We're going to sink a little into the hips, but pull the navel back in towards our spine. We're going to start lifting that right leg. We're going to lift that right leg out to the side and then lower it. As we lift, we're keeping our foot flexed. We feel the outside of this hip and glute, and we're staying balanced, okay? If we're feeling comfortable, we might want to extend our left arm with this, okay? If we're feeling super comfortable, we can extend both arms. So both arms, one leg. The slower we go, the more of a core and balance challenge this will be. Let's go ahead and do one more, and then we're going to switch legs. So we'll reset our balance. Again, pull in through the navel to brace the core, find our stability, and then starting to lift that left leg out to the side till we feel that outer hip and glute area. Option on adding one or both arms, and we're taking our time, pausing at the top of the movement to really get the most out of it. We'll take about 5 more. Next one will be the last, and then we'll release. Excellent. Let's go ahead and step our feet as wide as our hips. We're going to soften the knees and again pull in through the navel. We're going to step out with our right leg out to the side and push our hips, our tush back, so we feel a bit of a stretch on the inside of the thigh. We want to make sure, look down, that our right knee is over the ankle. Okay? We're going to push off with that right foot to step back in behind the chair. Right leg will step out, hips go back, we step in, we push off. Now we can use this chair for a little bit of balance here. So if you don't feel stable, use that chair so you feel comfortable. All the way through, this core, our abdomen, stays drawn in tight towards the body. And our shoulder blades are staying down. Okay? We'll take 2 more on this right leg. And then we're going to switch. We're going to go into the left leg. Again, we'll step out. We'll drive those hips back. We feel the inner thigh. We've got the knee over the ankle. And then we push into that heel to come back to center. We'll repeat it. You can go at your own pace. You can use that chair. We're going to take 2 more. Next one is our last. Good. We'll come back to center. Hopefully the heart rates come up a little bit and you're starting to get warm. Let's take the feet even further apart now, a little wider than our hip width. Our toes are just slightly turned out so that we can come into a wide squat or sumo squat. Again, the chair is right here for your use. We're going to sink down wide, and we're going to glance down at our knees and toes. We want to make sure that the knees and toes are pointing to the same direction, okay? And that we're pulled in tight so that when we bend the knees, they stay over the feet and not out here in front or behind. They're right over our feet, okay? We push into the heels and squeeze the backside in order to come up to tall standing. All right, so let's try those squats. We'll sink down, We'll squeeze through the backside. We'll sink down and squeeze through the backside. You can inhale on the way down and exhale on your way up. Again, core is tight and braced. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to come down into this wide squat. We're going to pull through the belly. We're going to hold here and take little bitty pulses. So we'll sink, push the heels, squeeze the backside. Sink, push the heels, squeeze the backside. So we're going to do these little pulses. Good, staying braced. We're going to do this for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten all the way up. Let's go ahead. We're going to straighten out the feet. Turn the toes forward. Then turn the heels in. Toes forward. Heels in. Toes forward. We come back to our center. All right. Let's finish off these legs here. We're going to step out with the right leg into that side lunge. Drive the hips back. Push into the heel. Alternate. So we're going to step out left. Drive the hips back, come back to center. So going side to side, hands can rest on the hips, or you can use an alternating hand on your chair. Okay, whatever feels more comfortable, feels more secure. Just try not to use that chair to push off. We have 2 sets left. Good. Finishing up here and coming back through the center. Now we're going to do our alternating leg lifts. Soften the hips, tighten the core. Right leg will start. We're going to lift, lower, switch, transfer that weight, lift out the other side. Hands can remain on the chair. Or again, you can take a single or double arms with you. Just make sure those shoulder blades stay down as you lift the arms. We're going to take one more each side. Last one. Good. We'll roll out those shoulders, and then we'll step the legs wide into our wide squat or wide plie. Okay? Sumo squat. Here we go. Sitting straight down. Align the feet and the knees. Tighten the tummy. Press into the heels. Squeeze the buns on your way up. Last single, let's go ahead, sink down into that squat, brace ourselves, and take little pulses where we're pushing into the heels and squeezing that backside. We feel these inner thighs really working hard. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, all the way up, straight legs. Let's turn toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, back to center. Fantastic. All right, we're going to go ahead and turn, I'm going to turn sideways so you can get a little bit better view here as we open up our hips, okay? Standing beside your chair so you can still reach it, we're going to step back with our left leg. We're going to tuck the tailbone underneath so that you feel this hip, you feel this thigh, and you get a good stretch out of that. Your back heel is lifted, okay? So it's a little bit of a balance. So feel free to hold on to that chair. We're going to step together. Let's do the other side, and we're going to hold it. So we're going to step back with the leg, tuck underneath with the tush, Project that hip and hip flexor forward, but don't lean. Body is straight, just stretching out the thigh and the hip. Take one more deep breath, and then let's step back together. Okay, so now we're gonna work on singles. So starting with our left leg, we can take a reverse lunge. We bend that back knee, press off, come to center. Let's stay with the left leg. We're gonna do 9, good, 8, perfect. Keeping that body nice and straight all the way through. So we're transferring that weight back, not leaning back. We're going to take one more. Good. Then we're going to switch sides. Now, if you have any trouble with your knees, you can just reach back without coming all the way back into a full lunge. Okay? So, taking that full step if you can. If not, simply reaching back to open up that hip. Good, we'll take one more. Perfect. All right. For this one, you can face either direction, but it helps if you come out to this either behind and face sideways, or if you're standing front ways, if you come beside the chair so that you can lift your knees. Okay, you can lift your knees without hitting the back of the chair. So up and in, chair if you want it. We're gonna lift right leg, foot is flexed. That means toes up. Okay, and then lower. The right leg and lower. It's controlled, and we don't feel any leaning back. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Let's shift the body weight and come into the other side. Chair, you want it. Lift up and lower. Good, getting that leg really high. We'll take 2 more. Good. Let's kick out the feet, kind of loosen up those ankles and the toes. And we're going to return to our reverse lunge. Okay? So shifting if you need to. This time we're going to alternate, okay? Left and right. So braced in, soften the knees, chair for balance. Left leg steps back, we transfer the weight. We push off. Right leg steps back, we transfer the weight. Push off. Good. Continue to alternate. Moving at your own pace. And again, you can just take those tap backs if the knees trouble you, okay? You're doing good. You only have 2 sets left. I know these are big movements. 1 more each leg. Make them good ones. That very last one. Perfect. All right, let's work into those knee raises. This will look more like a march because we're going to alternate. Okay? Soft in the knees, braced in the core. We'll start with that right knee lifting and then switching to the left. Good. If you don't have your hands on the chair, you don't need them for balance, you can also pump your arms. Just make sure that we're not arching the back. One more each side. Fantastic. All right, while we're here, let's take a little stretch to the back of our thigh, our hamstring. Holding on to the chair, coming in with a hip hinge, okay? Reaching the chest forward, legs are almost straight, but they're not locked. We hip hinge, we brace the belly, we come back to tall, okay? So hip hinge, back to tall. Keep going. I'm going to turn sideways for those of you that need a little different visual. Good. You should feel a nice big stretch in the back of your legs. We'll do 3 more. Last one. Good. All right. Let's take the shoulders on a roll. So we'll bring them up by our ears. We're going to squeeze them back and together, pause, and then bring those shoulder blades all the way down. We'll do that one more time. Up by our ears, back together, pause, all the way down. Good. Let's take the right arm. We're going to reach up and over. We're going to act like we're grabbing something. And you can also do this in your chair. Okay? So these are apple pickers. We're going to go from side to side. You can do them in your chair. You can do them standing. Okay? Either way, the goal here is to lift out of the rib cage, not just out of that shoulder. Okay? Lift out of the rib cage. Let that whole rib cage come out. Good. So we're going to take one more each side. Good. We'll take a last shoulder roll. And if you're not seated, you can go ahead and get seated now. If you have those jugs or dumbbells, just make sure that they're very close to your chair so that you can reach them easily from your chair, okay? Easily from your chair. We're going to take feet about hips width apart. We're going to do a little bit of abdominal here. We're going to raise our right arm, okay? Then we're going to do a twist, okay? So as we exhale, we're going to pull in and then extend. You can use that left hand to hold on underneath. Twisting towards that left leg. We're pulling in as that right arm comes down towards the left knee. Exhale, twist, rotate, crunch through the abdominals. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist, rotate, center. All along, all the way through the movement. The spine stays long and extended, not round. And the head follows along with the spine. Good, so we're feeling our obliques outside of the waist. We'll take 2 more here. Then we're going to release that right arm and switch. On the exhale, okay. Twist, rotate, you're finding a crunch. Inhale, untwist. Twist, rotate, back to center. So if it's too much to lift the leg, you can just rotate through the waist and find that little crunch through the abdominal. Good. Exhale as you twist. 3, 2, last one. 1 here. Good. Well, we cover our posture. We'll roll out those shoulders and loosen everything up. All right. Both hands are going to go underneath our seat. Okay, hopefully you can see. Both hands go underneath our seat. And we're going to move the hips a little bit forward in the chair so we have plenty of room underneath here, underneath the leg. Okay, plenty of room. We're going to go ahead and extend our left leg. Okay, focus on keeping the tummy tight. We're going to lift the left leg, lower the left leg. If it's too much, keep the leg bent. Lift the left leg, lower it. We want to focus here in the belly, okay? So using that core every time to help us lift that leg. Again, if that knee being bent is too easy, you can use the straight leg. Good, pulling in through the belly. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. 1. Let's release and set up on the other side. Everything tight, holding on, shoulders down, either an extended leg or bent leg. Exhale, pull into lift, and control it as you lower. Option to bend the knee and leave the leg bent. continue to focus in through this abdominal region. 3, 2, 1. Good. We'll sit up tall. Correct that posture again. Fantastic. One more set. Let's raise that right arm. Coming in for our rotation. Holding on underneath with the left. Exhale, twist, rotate, pull in. Inhale, straighten up. Good. Second round, a little easier because you know where you're going and you know where you're supposed to be feeling this. One more. Good. We'll release. We'll switch. On the exhale, exhale, rotate, twist. Find that crunch. Inhale, center. Good. And don't let me rush you. Take your time. Last 2. Last one. Good. We'll release. We'll roll the shoulders. This time, let's try an alternating leg lift. Okay, alternate. So you can hold on underneath. Exhale, pull in, release. Alternating. It's almost like a march, except that knee stays bent the entire time. In fact, if you want a little help, you can actually use the hands to help pull that leg in. So if you're getting tired, use those arms to help you. Good. Don't allow the spine to sink. Almost there. Keep tall, keep tight. One more each side. Beautiful. Rolling out the shoulders, we take a big stretch. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and find our weight. Make sure to brace the core as you pick it up, okay? You don't hurt your back. We're going to take feet together, knees together, arms on either side of those thighs, and we're going to pump iron alternating so that as one comes up, the other comes down. Good. Shoulder blades are staying down. Our posture is tall and our tummy is staying tight all the way through. Trying not to let momentum carry us. We'll take 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll put those weights on our knees, on our thighs. We'll give a little roll in the shoulder. And then we're going to turn sideways in the chair to do a tricep push back. Okay? We're going to pull the elbow back, drop the shoulder blades, and then straightening the arm to push the weight behind, then the elbow to bring it in. It's like that elbow's on a hinge. Good. Pause a little bit as it's straight. Find that strength. And try not to let the wrist move. Okay, your wrist being locked. We'll take 4 more. Last one on this side. Good. We're going to release there. We're going to hold our nice tight posture. And then we're going to move through the middle over to the other side. We're going to hip hinge, a slight lean forward as we pull the elbow back. Here we go, straightening the arm and then bending to bring it in. Control all the way through. One more. Allow that arm to hang to let it rest. Roll the shoulder and then bring yourself back into center here. Again, we'll bring the legs close together so we have space on either side. This time we're turning palms face forward, locking the belly, both arms working together. As we exhale, we bring the weights up. As we inhale, we control the descent. The descent being slower than when we raise them up. Okay, so quick up, slow on the way down. Take 5 more. Last one here. We're going to do it really slow on the way down, really slow. Good. We'll bring those weights up on the knees and thighs, and we're going to roll out those shoulders. Perfect. Arms once again are going to hang by our side. We're going to hip hinge a little forward, okay, a little bit forward. We're going to do a row, and we're going to add in a tricep pushback, okay? So both arms work together. We pull the elbows back, shoulders down for our row, and then just like we did before, we straighten the arms behind us for our tricep. We bend the elbow, lower both arms down. Okay, here we go. Row, push back, bring it in, and down. Row, push back, bring it in, and down. Good, continue. Over halfway there. Taking 3 more. 3, 2, last one, best one. Nice big pause with those arms being straight. Bring them all the way in, all the way down, and then back up onto the thighs for some shoulder rolls. Fantastic. All right, last one's here. Last one's for the arms. Both palms face forward, all the way up to the top. We're going to do top half. So weights will lower down parallel to the floor. They're going to pause there. We'll exhale, brace the belly as we bring them up. So just like a half curl, just working top half. Good. Stopping that momentum. Two more. Last one here. We're going to slowly let them all the way down and then do bottom half to finish the arm. So 10, 9, good. Good, still sitting up tall. Pulling our shoulder blades down. 3, 2, last one. 1. Good. We'll slowly get rid of our weights. We'll let them come down. We're going to take that big shoulder roll again. Both shoulders coming up by the ears. Then drawing those shoulder blades back and pausing and lowering them all the way down. We'll do it one more time. All the way up. Back. And down. Good. Let's take arms out to the side, but drop those shoulder blades, okay? We're going to do small little circles forward towards me. Beautiful. 5 seconds. And then we're going to reverse the direction. So let's go ahead, reverse. So like we're back paddling. Good, relax the neck. Good, keep those arms wide. Shoulders are down. Tummy is tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Overhead flap. We'll take it up. Let's get the hands as close as we can. And then all the way down by the hips. We'll do 10. 2. Last one. Good. Let's take the arms out to the side, palms face down. We're going to cross front. Then we're going to open them wide. We're going to cross front with the other arm on top. Then open them wide. We're going to pick up the pace just a little. And we're going to squeeze those shoulder blades back as we open the arm. Good. 4, 3, 2, big chest expansion. 1 more each side. Good. Release the arms down. Take a nice gentle roll of those shoulders. Beautiful. Let's take our right arm and pat ourselves on the back. We can take the left arm to give it a little bit of a push to get the elbow more straight up towards the ceiling to feel a stretch in this tricep right here. If you'd like, you can take that left arm all the way around top. Make sure you're not arching, but you're just sitting up tall. Let's switch over to the other side. Again, patting yourself on the back. Trying to get your elbow straight up towards the ceiling to lift out of that tricep. Good. We're going to release. Again, roll those shoulders. We're going to grab on underneath the chair, opening the front of the body. On an inhale, we're going to think of lifting our chest up towards the ceiling. This time we are arching our back. And then on the exhale, we're going to release back to neutral or comfortable. Okay? Again, let's inhale. Let's open the front of the body. Let's pull in through the belly. Come back to neutral. We're going to take it 3 more. Big inhale. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Let's take our right hand on top of our left leg, left hand staying underneath the chair. We're going to come into a twist. So on an exhale, we're going to use that hand to give a little push on the leg. Keep those shoulders down, nice and tall. Big, deep breath. On our next inhale, let's release, untwist, and then let's exhale out the other side. Allow that head to go with the body. On the exhale, maybe you can find release and twist a little more. We don't want to feel any pain, but we just want to release any tension in the back. On the inhale, let's come back to our center. We're going to do a little seated cat and cow. We can spread these legs a little further apart, maybe as wide as the chair legs. We're going to round in from the belly, option to hold on underneath. Exhaling, folding into the tummy, rounding the back, rounding the upper back, tucking the chin. On the inhale, just coming up to neutral. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, neutral. Good. 3 more. And we're trying to move each of these vertebrae individually. So going slow, really focusing on the movement of that spine so that we get the most movement possible. This will be the last one. Good. We're going to take the legs even wider now, holding on to either knees or thighs. We're going to take a deep hip hinge, reaching our chest forward, way forward. Allow those hands to hang over the thighs. Just allow that upper body to hang in between the legs. Find a stretch and a release in the low back. Let the head go if you're able to. Big, full inhale. We're feeling the belly expand against the legs. And as we exhale, we're feeling everything release in that back. Good. 2 more rounds of breath. We're going to use the hands to help us. And that core strength, pulling into the belly, we're going to roll up one vertebra at a time, bringing hands to the thighs, taking our time, and then straightening up when we get in. We'll turn the toes in, then heels in to bring those legs back to our center. Take one more big shoulder roll. Then we're going to release the right ear off towards the shoulder. We'll slightly turn the head down so that we're gazing at the floor, feeling a nice long stretch through the neck. Slowly we'll bring the head back to center. We'll go to the opposite side, letting that left ear fall without the shoulder coming up. Tilting the head down slightly so that we can see the floor and get a little bit more of the side of the neck. We'll bring the head back in center slowly. We're going to turn and look over the right shoulder as far as we can. And left. Gliding back through center. Big shoulder shrug. On the exhale, let them drop. One more time. Great. Thank you very much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed this quick workout.